I'm raising daughters while I'm still learning how to love my body, the skin I'm in, the clothes that I have, and how they fit my body, and how they make me feel. How you feel on the outside?
This is me becoming her. This is me becoming her. Yeah, unapologetic.
Welcome back to Becoming Her, episode 6. The outside catching up to the inside, right? We're doing the work on the inside and the outside. Okay, get your journal or your paper, pencil, and grab your drink, whatever's in your drink. You know how I do, okay? We are drinking a latte today. This is a white mocha, And we have our bottle of water because we always hydrated over here. Y'all always see, I usually have my Commander's cup right here. All right, plant. All right, let me move. Let me. I know we're setting the scene, but the plant is doing a lot today. Okay, all right. The outside catching up to the inside. I love that one for us. I do, because again, we talked about this. The glow up is important about the outside, yes, but it exudes from the inside. Okay, so today we're gonna talk about the outside a little bit. This isn't a glow up episode, so if you're looking for like those type of tips, this might not be the episode for you, but you're gonna get some gems here. You are, okay? My appearance didn't happen overnight. But you know what did? Well, it wasn't overnight, but food, my relationship with food and my relationship with myself changed. That's what shifted. That's what grew. That's what is becoming. Okay, my name is Alicia and I love food. I am a foodie. Some may call me a bougie foodie. I'll take that. I'll be a bougie foodie, Lex. You heard me. Okay, anyways, so I have struggled with my weight. I guess you could say my whole life. I'll say my whole adult life, especially once I became a mom. Most of the weight that I gained was during my second pregnancy with my youngest. Yeah, my Virgo, she did that to me. So it was just a struggle. And I just kept saying, like, I don't want to be in my 40s, hence where I am now, struggling with my weight. And I know women struggle with their weight for multiple reasons, for hormones and all the different things, but I just didn't want to not only have health issues because I was raised around people with diabetes or have diabetes in my family, heart disease, all kinds of things. And I just was like, I want to get a hold of this before I get to that point. It's one thing to struggle with like 10 or 15 pounds in adulthood, but like struggling with like major weight gain and loss was just like too much. And if you know me, you know, like I have tried through the years. I've done and I was always a person who seemed like they were pretty aware. I eat pretty balanced meals. But I also, and I wouldn't get on the super gimmicky things, but I would try things to just see if I could like get into it. But once you get into a mindset that it is a lifestyle and it doesn't have to take over your whole life, I think that's what finally helped me. And loving the plus size-ness that I am. Like, I do feel like no matter how much more weight I lose, I'm probably gonna always still be thick. You know what I mean? Like, that's just what it is, and I'm okay with that. I'm not trying to be small. I just want to be healthy. I want all my levels, my blood work to be healthy, right? Okay, so that's what we're talking about. So in 2021, I decided to get VSG surgery, and I'm very proud of that decision because it's not an easy decision. It's not. A lot of people, naysayers, be like, oh, that's the easy way out. Oh, you took the easy way. It is not easy at all. First of all, the preparation for it is a lot of work. Just the preparation alone, I feel like maybe some people might not even follow through with it because you have to do like a session of like psychotherapy, you have to get like an endoscopy or something. Like, there's so many steps. You have to lose like 30 pounds on your own. They want to see that you're not doing this just for like a quick fix. And you get different results per people. Like, I was considered obviously obese, overweight or whatever, but I didn't need the full blown. So mine's like a banana. So I lost a little over 100 pounds by 2022 after I got the surgery in 2021. And of course, you start noticing it. You feel good. You're like, okay, you start ordering smaller clothes and all that. But like, as much as I was feeling like I was feeling good, my relationship with food still was weird. Like, I don't know, like it still hadn't quite connected the dots. But the summer of 2022, y'all, okay, we was on vacations. I was feeling myself. I was, and I'm glad I was. Like, I've always been pretty confident. Like, if you know, I ain't scared. Like, I'm usually comfortable even as the biggest. When I was at 330 pounds, I still was cute. You know what I'm saying? I'm still that girl, okay? However, when your clothes don't fit a certain way, you don't feel as comfortable, like you think about things a little different. You second guess certain outfits. You kind of stick to like the same thing. Even though I've lost weight, I'm a set girl. Like I like a good set. Like this is a set. Give me a set. I'm not a big fashion girl, so I don't like to have to overthink and put together outfits. So if it's a set, I'm her. That's me. She is me becoming her, right? But anyways, so 2022, I was feeling myself. Right? But I hadn't all the way planned out how to, like, even though I was given the tools by the nutritionist and the person, my bariatric team, I really didn't think it all the way through, like longevity. You get what I'm saying? Like, with my relationship with food, and like how to incorporate like my kids and like other people, a man, like it is a lot that goes to it than people really realize. Like it really is. And when you don't have food problems, then you probably don't think about some of the things that I have had to think about these last 5 years after surgery. One of the things that also was a struggle was, okay, I was losing the weight, but then even though, yes, I was looking smaller in my face and all that, but like you have loose skin now. So then that became like a thing, like my thighs, like feeling loose. Like I'm bringing these up because all of these things play a trick with your mental too in the midst of it. You get what I'm saying? Because you go back and forth between your thoughts of like, oh, I'm feeling myself, to like, oh, but dag, I want to get the skin removed. Oh, dag. You know what I mean? Then it's just like, am I really embracing and appreciating the work that I did and the space that I'm in? And so I definitely had to process like that experience. Like I'm grateful for it. And I think I did have the tools. It was multiple things and layers why I was struggling at points, and not loudly struggling because others probably didn't even realize it, but I was definitely like having moments. Okay. So in my life, I can say this like with a straight face and like pure sincerity. Like I don't really remember or recall ever not being supported. I've just been blessed to have a family, village, my mom, my kids, like that are like super supportive people. So like sometimes when I see people say like, oh, it'd be your family that don't support you, I didn't really ever have that experience until, okay? So me bringing this story and situation up is just for other people that may either have been experiencing it or is going through it right now or whatever. So when I decided to get surgery, it was before I met my spouse, and so it was a decision that was already in the works, and they weren't happy about the decision when I told them, because I was nervous to tell them when we were dating. Fast forward, I just feel like because they met me at my heaviest, they like that. And that's fine. I'm not knocking anybody that likes BBWs or whatever. Like, and in some ways it was like, oh, it was nice to know that somebody liked you at your heaviest when you felt the least comfortable. And there's a whole lot of other conversations I've had in my brain with why specifically they wanted me to stay that size. I don't know. I go back and forth with my thoughts on that. I think some of it is preference, but I think some of it had to do with other things, if you know what I mean. But I didn't even realize how much that person making comments about wanting me to stay bigger was like actually playing with my mind. And then after having surgery, you know, after you have bariatric surgery, like your appetite is like insanely little, right? So like we would be out at restaurants and they would get mad because I was done eating, or like I needed to take a break, or I didn't want to order an alcoholic beverage yet because I wanted to like let my food digest, because we are taught to drink after. So you eat first, get your nutrients, and then you drink. So I say all that to say, I didn't recognize at the time how much like having the surgery was affecting our relationship and my relationship with food while with them. It was like I was like forcing myself to kind of eat more, or like still kind of diddly daddly with my food, because I didn't want the mood or the vibe to be messed up, because now they are mad because I'm done eating before them. What? So I'm saying that because I recognize that like not being supported in your relationship for your health and your weight loss like is crazy. And when I really dig deep into like so many scenarios of not being like affirmed or like complimented, like when I'm dressed up, like all of those things play a part, and all those things like I can never allow again. And I don't know where it came from, why they would not want me to be happy and healthy and feel good, but it was so I don't know, like it's funny because there's moments where I just think about like where I've been like dressed up or like looking good and I'm feeling good, and like when I don't even like compliments like that. I don't even need all that. But I'm a person that hypes whoever I'm around up. Like if you come in with a fresh cut, I'm like, okay. If you got an outfit, that's just who I am. And I don't even necessarily need it back, but who don't want that from their loved one? Right? So I struggled a lot for a couple years with like not feeling motivated to want to maintain my weight loss because I'm like, well, they don't really like it when I'm like focused on that. But for me, it wasn't just about looks. Like my mom is diabetic, my family has high blood pressure. So like those are things that's always in the back of your mind. And like I said, at a younger age, I said, I do not want to be worried about this when I hit 40. Hey, we're here and my numbers and my health are good because I was very aware of it. So with that, like I just sadly, stop looking for that, affirming from that person because they just weren't. And some days I'm like, did you even think I was pretty? Like, did you even find me attractive at times? Like, that's crazy. But there was many instances where I wasn't being supported in my weight loss, my goals to like maintain it. I'm trying not to cry, but so yeah. And the moment that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep loving on me how I was doing before and continue. But again, those are things that like when I start distancing myself, where I saw the disconnect in that relationship. And I just say this to any woman specifically, if you don't feel loved and supported when it comes to your weight, your health, and for me, most women aren't geared just to like want to be an IG baddie, right? Like I make whatever I wear cute, okay? So like my motivation was to be healthy, and to not feel that support is, like I said, is a mental game when as women we already struggle with the thoughts of like our look, our weight, and then you add having kids in life, just lots of things. So when I talk about the outside, I just reflect on those couple years that I was like feeling weird in my skin. Even sometimes when I look back at pictures, like I just think it's amazing how like I could feel more comfortable by myself looking good. But even when I would look really good or fly with that person, like I can look at myself in a picture and see that I wasn't actually comfortable. Like, what? What does that even mean? Like, shouldn't you feel the most comfortable with the person that supposedly loves you? And so those are, again, things that I've had to, like, work through and think through, like, how did we get there? How did I allow that? Okay, moving on. All right, let's switch up the vibe. Sorry, we took a turn. We took a turn. Okay, next thing I want to talk about, which is about the outer glow, is skincare, y'all. Literally the top of January of 2025, I've always been a skincare girl because I'm a licensed cosmetologist, so I always want to take care of my things, like all the things. But I really dug deep into like having a routine. Oh my gosh, like y'all. I don't even want to say it out loud because I don't want to put it in energy, but I haven't had no breakouts or nothing in a long time. Okay, so I have a regimen. I also have a really close friend, bestie, who is a licensed esthetician. So if I ever like have a little moment, like I reach out to her. But I'm also not cheap with my skincare. Yes, I feel like you can be cheap with makeup a little bit, but with skincare, like the whole system don't have to be expensive, but there's elements that need to be quality, right? First things first, you have to wash your face, ladies. You have to add hydration, and you need SPF and moisturizer. You ain't got to do all the other things that I do, the vitamin C's and the serums and these things and mask and all that, but you have to wash your face, get them elements off your skin, get it off your skin, okay? And if you wear makeup, you have to wash your face, okay? So when I became more thoughtful about my skincare, I noticed that it radiated. It radiated. Next thing, and this goes without saying. Is water. I know y'all see me drink a whole lot of coffee, but I really only have 1 cup a day. The rest of the day, I drink water, and occasionally, of course, I drink a cup of tea. I know it sounds small, but y'all, drink your water. Y'all, is this the camera? Drink your water, okay? Like, have your water with you all day. And I go between, what is it called? Purify electrolyte water. I do put a little lemon in my water sometimes. Just drink the water. Whatever it is, filtered water. I don't really love spring water anymore, but whatever. Drink the water. And I know somebody gonna have in the comments like special water. Give us if y'all have a suggestion, put it in the chat. But I'm just saying, just drink water. Like, y'all, if you have a little sip of ginger ale, cool. We should not be drinking soda every day. That shouldn't even be a part of our regimen. After 40, we ain't got time to be playing. Drink your water. Okay, third is routines. So routines also help you stay aligned with your goals. Not even like being type A, it's just having routines when it comes to food, when it comes to your skincare, when it comes to drinking water. When you're in a routine, it'll become so natural that you don't have to think that hard about it. And that's what I was saying, where I wanted to get by this point in my life, is where it's like routine, right? Like you go get a facial every 3 months, you go get a massage every whatever month. Like those are things that I feel like as you age, like should become a part of you, should just become natural. And when people say black don't crack, okay, it's because we do put a little effort. Like it comes natural, but you got to put a little effort, because there are some people out here that the black be cracking. It does exist. Not a lot, but it does exist. Part of the outer look wasn't, for me, my goal is not to be that much smaller than what I am. I do want to tone up, but that's rather here nor there. A part of this conversation is not even about like encouraging anybody to work out or encouraging anybody to get surgery or anything like that. It's to say that when you're healing within and you're doing the work, it'll naturally exude on the outside. You'll probably be more motivated to want to walk, to want to work out, because you have mental clarity. You know what I mean? And those are things that which have gotten me to that point. Like once you start getting that weight off you, once you're in peace, you'll be like, I feel good. And I think naturally, let me tell y'all something now. Not only since July of 2025, just this last July, I've lost like 40, I don't even know, but add an extra 250 pounds of a person. that alone will exude on the outside. I'm just saying. And it could be another person that's 150 pounds. What I'm saying is people holding that weight on you, yeah. It'll show your stress, your tiredness, like it'll all show on the outside. How you feel on the inside shows on the outside. Just like, you know how people say, like people who cook a lot of curry and stuff like that, you can smell it. It exudes out of their pores, right? Same thing with negativity, with weight, with stress. It comes out in your pores. We can see it. That stress weight. You know how people be like, love weight? Shit. Stress weight is crazy. It is. So we're going to get that weight up off of us, okay? Becoming her meant letting the outside reflect the inside. And that's really where I am now. Like, I hope when y'all see me, even when I may cry on camera or whatever it may be, I hope y'all see the work that's being done. I hope y'all can feel what, the changes and the growth that I'm going through, because I not only feel good, but I feel like I look. Okay? But I hope y'all feel that energy. I know I say it a couple times on camera, but like, I feel good. I do. And if you're learning to re-love your body again, you're not alone. It goes in phases. It does. And listen, every part of your body requires a different level of loving. Okay? And we are here to love together. So, to another episode of Becoming Her, the outside matching the inside. Cheers.